Everybody look at the watch. 3 minutes from now is the magical moment. You know what that is? 3 minutes from now will be year 2020, month 02, day 20, and the hour is 2020. Notice that 3 minutes from now, 2020. And everybody should raise the glass and cup and celebrate for such a magical moment. This moment happens once only in a whole lifetime. So don't miss it. Okay. Now, so it's okay. Let's count 2 more minutes. I don't know how accurate my watch is, but my watch is a satellite watch. It should be pretty good. Okay. Now everybody holding up a glass. Okay. My beautiful wife and boss is getting me a red wine drink. And this year, just to motivate everybody, we've been married for 43 years.
Woo!
Okay, reason I want to do this is a magical moment, and it can only happen once in history, not just a lifetime. I always say, we only live a few decades. Let everybody live a full life, enjoy every moment, enjoy every achievement you can do in your life. Okay, 1 more minute. Everybody hold up your glass and celebrate this magical moment.
Okay, I think I have a minute to talk about Master
sure.
Master Pauline has helped, I think, 18,000 people, individual people, right, in the past 30, 40 years.
20,200.
Oh, 20, it's increased, sorry. And 66 countries.
Over 70 now.
Ah, okay. 38 cities in Canada.
And last year alone, I've been to 13 countries.
Ooh, give him a big hand. That was a great achievement.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's good to be able to help so many people around the world. So every year, over 1,000 people come see me from all over the world.
Yes, and the one thing that I would like to mention is Mr. Pauline, sometimes he would help the poor people for free and make them to prosper.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The magical moment comes. Congratulations and happy magical moment of 2020, 0220, 2020. May everybody have an everlasting, happy life and healthy life. Congratulations to our great 2020s. Okay. Wow. You know what? Even my vision now is 2020 after a couple of drinks. Okay, thank you. Sorry to steal the microphone.
Okay, actually, that was actually the highlight of tonight. You know, it's your time now.
Oh, boy.
Okay. I think, do you still need your wine glass? All right. So, does anyone want to hear Master Pauline's prediction for this year? So, make some noise. Show me. No, this side people, they don't want to hear it. One more time. Show me. Woo! Okay. Pauline.
Thank you very much. We have a beautiful MC and MCs. Amazing. Actually, my neighbor just asked me, are you my daughter? I wish I have such a beautiful daughter, so capable. I have 2 sons, 42 and 40 years old. And age-wise, this year I'm 74 years old. Time flies by. Okay, so keep good health and exercise well, and then the age is just a number. But 2020 is one of the most unusual years in the history of mankind. Now, the reason is between 2004 and 2023, The world is governed by the one single number. The number is called the number 8. So we are in the lower cycle of the 8th cycle. So what is so special about 2020? Because 2020 is governed by the number 7. 7 is one number below 8, and it's very significant. 7 went under the umbrella 8 means wars, means troubles, instabilities. But if you look at it positively, it also means opportunities. This depends on how you look at it. But 7 also represents the element of metal. And metal is directly related to our chest and our lungs. This part of the body is classified as the metal side of our whole body. Our body is divided into 5 elements. This is the metal side. And 2020 happened also to be a wind year. When you combine metal and wind, what does it tell you? That means we're going to have, and we are already having, major problems with the respiratory systems affecting our lungs. That means pneumonia. And also, and I did the predictions. If you have, everybody had a book or booklet I wrote back in July last year. Usually every year between July and August, I would do a prediction for the year following. So I predicted this current coronavirus thing 6 months before it happened. And I expected this. So when it happened, I was far from surprised. I knew it's going to happen. Where would it happen? The major sickness center is the central and south part of the country, and also the eastern part of the country. If you look at Hubei and Wuhan, Wuhan happened to be right at the center and the south part of China. That's exactly where it should happen. The next major area that will happen is Japan. So Japan better be careful. And I think they make a big mistake to hold the ship at port because they forgot how the ship works. It's a closed system, circulation within. That means if one guy got sick, everybody got sick because it's the same system. So pretty something out of their mind anyways. So that's on the negative side. But on the positive side, let's find out what the world is going to be. Now, the world is going to head into a very new direction. The new direction is 3 elements. The 3 elements are wood, fire, and earth. These are the leading elements for 2020. So what is fire? Fire enhances many things, such as communications, show business, high-tech computers, okay, and anything of raising people's mind to a higher level. All this is fire. So fire would do marvelous this year. That means high-tech, breakthroughs in technology will happen. What is the earth side? Earth has 2 elements. One is medication. So you're going to see new medication coming out. A lot of so-called terminal illnesses may not be so incurable. Okay? And I've proven the point over the years of practicing Qigong, internal life energy, and we as a combined body have actually managed to make many terminal cancer people still live today. Okay? And from my hands, I help at least half a dozen people with hepatitis B completely get rid of it over a period of 2 to 3 years. So it's the hard work of internal training, internal energy. So this had to do with the medication side. That means anything is possible only when you think it's not possible, then it's not possible. Have your dream, make your dream fly. That's possible. So new forms of medication, new forms of approach to healing is going to happen this year. And what is wood? For years and years, wood has been suffering. Clothing industry, especially last year, a lot of mergers, a lot of clothing big guys got bought out, got into bankruptcy. This year, for change, is coming back. The only sad thing is it's not just clothing coming back. The sad thing is all this big marijuana stuff is going to take off this year, good or bad, unfortunately. Sometimes I wonder how the country works. What was legal is now illegal. What was illegal is now legal. Sometimes you got a nightmare. You don't know what's right, what's wrong. Okay, so hopefully we live to our conscience. But What's suffering this year? Metal and water are going to suffer a lot. The number one thing that's going to suffer a lot is automobile industry. Okay, so there would be trouble in the car industry, not just a lot of recalls, an enormous amount of confusion. They don't know what to sell, what not to sell. I just overheard yesterday, as a matter of fact, Mr. Trudeau make a funny promise. They want the car dealership to sell at least 40% of electric cars for the next little while. You know what the major problem about electric cars? Not that much that is good or bad. Politics and technology, infrastructure, that is a major problem. Imagine you go to any gas station, okay, you pull up anything, any pump, you can fill up your car, correct? But the electrical thing is a problem. Every company has a different plug. Okay, Tesla was smart. They set up all these plugs all over the place. But what if you have an Audi, you have a Porsche, you have a Ford, you have a GM, you run out of electricity, what are you going to plug? This is a different plug. You cannot go to a Tesla plug. So that would involve politics. The politics is standardized, these plugs. And that I don't know how they're going to handle it. So that's a major setback for electric cars. The second setback, after the lifetime, 10, 15 years, what are you going to do with the battery? Nobody ever thought about it. They thought about nuclear waste. What do they do with nuclear waste? Today is a major problem for the world. The next major problem is what are you going to do with the battery? So somebody had to come up with an idea. Otherwise, we're in big trouble for the long term. So metals, cars, machinery, it would be in a bit of a turmoil this year. What is water? Water, the main thing would be logistics, travel business. They're going to run into some trouble this year. This disease right now is killing the travel industry, more or less. For long term, don't worry, life is waves. Do you know in the world, in the universe, not a single thing travel in a straight line? Anybody know that? You think the light travels straight? Light travels in a curve. There's nothing straight. So we are hitting the inside of the world cycle low, but the more yin it is, the more yang it would be. That means without night, you don't have the day. Without cold, you don't have the warm. So we are hitting this moment. That means this moment for everybody is a year of great opportunities. Okay, keep that in mind. And second, this year also proved mankind are very united, regardless of your nationalities. I always tell my students and my friends, the world has only one people. No matter whether you're white, black, gray, green, brown, whatever, we are under that little thin thing, we are all the same. We are all the same. Let's learn to love each other and respect each other, make this world a better world. Okay, so now remember another very important thing is the world economy. Now the World Center for 2020 is two centers. One is Northwest, which is for regular money. The other is Northeast, which is for speculative money. So if you run a stock market business, and if you run, God forbid, a gambling casino or something, Northeast is the corner you want to pay attention to. That is for speculative money. Northwest side is regular money. If you work for someone, you do things regular, like real estate, kind of regular income. Northwest is the key. Now, to two most troublesome centers this year, I hinted a moment ago, East and South. South is a major sickness center, triple conflict center this year. Legal conflict, robberies, and also people issues all happen in South side. That means South America and also southern countries such as Indonesia, Malaysia, all these countries are going to be in big trouble this year. That is political instabilities, robberies, and sicknesses popping up. So if you happen to travel to those areas, please protect yourself first. Get good insurance before you go. Okay? And the east side is called the Five Yellow Center. This is a sad center. Because years ago, I did feng shui reading for for my younger sister. Number 2 sister right below me in Vancouver. When I went to her home, I measured her house. I said, how long have you slept in this room? She said, 6 years. I said, your room is a 5 yellow center. She asked what it meant. I said, 5 yellow, if not handled properly, can cause cancer. You know what? Her cancer began 6 years ago, and she did not know it until 2 years ago, and she died now. She said if she would have known I would have come to help her, she may never have contacted cancer. Just like that, simple things like that. The energies screw her up, and it was too late when she discovered. And the doctor kept saying, you just had a cold or flu, just cough. It would go by itself. What a bunch of BS. What kind of doctors do they have in Vancouver? Okay, so I just want to keep in mind. So what is yeast? Japan is yeast. Taiwan is also yeast. So these 2 places are going to be in big trouble this year financially and also health-wise. Now, Southeast is a mobility center, which is the double-edged sword. On one hand, people moving in and out, instabilities. On another hand, it means also moving in. That's why I predicted Toronto would do marvelous in real estate in 2020. Real estate is going to pick up. 3 areas in Toronto are going to do marvelous. Downtown Toronto, you're going to see price wars. Markham and also Vaughan for change. These like triangular places all going to favor real estate. Okay? Now, Southwest was suffering last year. This year, they do well. That means if you look at North America, there will be a lot of scholars, very bright people coming out of California. And California happens to house the high tech. You're going to see a lot of breakthroughs there. So a lot of people who want to do high tech in Dallas or in Houston may come back to California hopefully because of my predictions. Because Southwest is a great learning center and creation center. Okay? And the North is the argument center. What is it? Russia and Canada. You're going to see a lot of political turmoil in these 2 countries. In Canada, you're going to see different governments, levels of governments fighting each other. Going to be a lot of fun. I think they should all come out and do opera singing instead of arguing, so that they don't waste their energy. Okay? But the arguments could be good. So Canada overall is a safe country, neither good nor bad. We just need the country to learn more about the world. That is what Canada governments are missing. They don't know the world, unfortunately. Okay? And then the northeast side is also the romance center. For anybody without a boyfriend or girlfriend, do something in the northeastern part of your home. Okay? Put some nice decor there so you will do well. Now, as the climate is concerned, this year is extremely difficult year because this is also a record year for earthquakes and volcanoes. Lots of hurricanes in Midwest in USA, and also lots of flooding, like I predicted last year on the east side, and wind problems, even on the north side. The west side continue to be dry and continue to be kind of run by fires, especially the west end. That means you can continue to see more forest fires in California, okay? And then what about Australia? That's why so many fires, okay? These fires are going to shift to the west side, don't worry, okay? But then Australia has their own issues because Australia is in the dead south of the globe. That means Australia is stuck with the sickness center and also the triple conflict center. Okay, I'll find out more about Australia and tell you because we plan to go to Australia later this year. Okay, so other than that, what about Toronto? What about New York? New York will do marvelous financially this year, so as Toronto. Okay, stock market will continue to climb unless Mr. Trump doesn't want to run. If he does, he's going to win it again. You know why? Mr. Trump has 2 lucky signs in his life. First lucky sign, monkey. Second lucky sign, the rat. That's why he won the election in 2016, the year of the monkey. Okay, and this year coming is the year of the rat, also his lucky year. That's why when they did the impeachment, I said the chance to impeach him is 0. It's a waste of time. Okay? And he's coming out more arrogant. But my other predictions is Mr. Trump may have a heart attack after the election. Okay, so we'll look at that later on. Hopefully he's listening and pay attention to health, okay? And stop fooling around with women. See, this is a free country. We can say anything we like. Other countries are better shut up. Okay, but other than that, I want everybody to be healthy, to be happy, and always remember the one beside you is the one for you. Don't look outside your home. Your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend, the one closest to you is the one. I want everybody to keep that golden rule in mind. The grass will not be greener on the other side. Okay, just like the autumn time of the maple leaves, you said, wow, the maple leaves are beautiful there. You drove 2 hours to get there. You know what? It's the same as in your backyard. So why take the trouble? Remember, in life, have a good company, have good friends. Life will never fail you. Congratulations. Happy New Year, healthy New Year, all the success.
Okay, thank you. Please remain on the stage.
Oh.
It's Q&A now. Thank you for the very valuable and yes. Okay, so
does anybody have a question for Master Paul Ng?
I haven't talked about horoscope signs, but anyways.
Oh, you haven't done yet. No.
Do they want it?
I don't know. Ask anybody.
Okay, one very quick.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Middle East is, now if anybody had a chance to read the book I wrote, I mentioned about Middle East actually, troubles, instabilities, change of power. All that's going to happen. But in China, which is also regarded as central, called Earth, that means China in the first half of the year will suffer a lot. But second half of this year, China is going to fly like a rocket. You're going to see it. Because 4 years from now, China will reach the 20-year highest cycle in history. From 2024 to 2043, China is going to rocket beyond Mars, financially, economically, etc. So don't underestimate the power of China. Yes? Okay, overall, stock markets will continue to go up this year, stock market. So, but be very careful and it depends on how deep your pocket is. Because as I said, nothing is a straight line. It's ups and downs. Remember, energies never travel in a straight line. Like a heartbeat. Imagine if your heartbeat is a straight line, what does it mean? Sayonara. So the heart had to be up and down. So in life, sometimes you are down, sometimes you are high. So when you're down, there's a moment you find out who your friends are. Okay, that's the time you have to learn. When you're high, then go grab it. Don't waste time. Okay? So, but you have to know when it's high, when it's low.
And one last question.
Master Paul, how about Canadian future for the coming 3 years?
3 years? In the next 3 years, actually, Canada is very stable. Canada is, you know what? I came to Canada in 1968, 52 years ago. When I was a kid, I was only 21, 22 years old at the time, in the good old days. Those days were so marvelous. Everybody treat everybody as a human. And you leave your cars unlocked, nobody will touch it. You don't lock your home door, nobody will rob you. You drop something, somebody will pick it up for you. Where are those people now? Okay? But Canada is a good country. Okay, a lot of people raising hands. Everybody should raise hands. No, the next 3 years, Canada will be okay. Because this year's year of 7, next year's year of the 6. 6 is a mobility year. It's not a bad year, but lots of changes. But the real danger is 2022. 2022 could be another world disaster for health issues. So, but that's why this so-called Corona thing is a good thing, because it prepares mankind how to handle a situation like this. So when 2020 comes, we know how to handle it. Very important. But then 2023, 2024 are marvelous years. Those are fantastic years. Okay.
Okay, we want to invite Emily Ding to come up and present a plaque for you.
Wow.
Actually, Paul Ying is the VIP president for our business association. Our business association is the name is Changzhou Business Association. Okay, we invite Paul Ying as the VIP president for us, and he did lots of things for us. So in order to thank you for his contribution, and we will give him a kind of trophy, not like trophy.
Thank you. A plaque.
Okay.
Actually, the official title is Honorary Chairman of the Association.
Okay.
And this is one of the wealthiest cities in China.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Come on to stage,
2020, 0220, 2020.
Everyone, including you.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
Make a wish.
to you.
Close your eyes, make a good wish.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
May this world be a better world, healthy world for all mankind alike. Let's go together first. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, everybody.